right. What up, people? What's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Let me make sure the shit is working right because this joint be acting funny. But yeah, looks like it's on. Okay. So, what's good? So today I'm going to be talking about why you need to stop giving chicks so much of your attention, stop being so available to these women, right? What up, Lucifer Ratzinger, Tashawn, Justin Bing, Reginald Tukes? What's going on? I don't know how long I'm gonna be on tonight, but we're gonna make something happen. But before we get into all of that, real quick, everybody in the chat, make sure you go to my Patreon page. Everybody who's watching, go to Patreon. I'm going to have the link in the description. And when you go to my Patreon page, so it's www.patreon.com/Mr. Locario. Go there and make sure you sign up because me and Miles are going to be doing the Bad Boy Show on Patreon from now on. So the Bad Boy Show will no longer be on YouTube. We're going to take little short clips, maybe like 5-minute clips of it, so we can, show you the new episodes. But all new Bad Boy Show episodes are going to be on Patreon. So if you want to hear any more Bad Boy shows, you have to click that link and go to Patreon and sign up. And also I'm going to have like some surprise stuff that I'm gonna put on there too. So, make sure you guys sign up for that Patreon. The link is below. Make sure you get that popping. All right. Also, make sure you get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the ebook. And also, if you are a Patreon, I think if you are a $20 Patreon, you can get the ebook for free. But all of this stuff is going to be on the Patreon page, so make sure you go and check that out and join. You feel me? And also make sure you guys click the link under that one, which is going to be the 30-minute game session. So shout out to all the people who signed up for the 30-minute game sessions. If you have not, make sure you sign up for that too. So what's going on, people? We got Taj Lee in the building. And we got Mega Giants 89. What's going on? So you said how much should you hit up a chick to keep her interested? See, that's the thing. That's the good question, because we're going to be talking about that today, where we're talking about why you shouldn't give all of this these chicks your attention. You understand why you shouldn't be too available. And so the thing is this: you don't need to keep hitting a chick up to keep her interested. In fact, hitting her up all the time, that's usually the thing that's going to make her disinterested. You understand what I'm saying? And so a lot of guys don't understand this shit. They don't understand this shit. Alan Haynes, what's going on? Wowitz Expert, what's up? So the thing is, you don't want to be hitting a chick up all the time, because that shows that you're too available. And when you're too available, you become too familiar. You become a guy who looks like he has nothing going on. And that's not what's attractive to women. Also, you need to give women space so that they can miss you and think about you and wonder if you are into them. That's the thing that gets them riled up and creates that tension. You see what I'm saying? Like Squad, you said, why do I look so relaxed and happy? I'm supposed to look sad? So what's going on? So look all fucked up in the game? I'm good. I'm chilling. But yeah, so the thing is, you don't want to be too available. See, there's a balance that has to happen when you're dealing with girls. Right? So what you do is you give them enough attention to where you're getting things working and getting things going, but you don't give them too much attention. You understand? You don't overdo it. And so this is, especially like when you're first dating a woman, when you're first getting with her, even to the point, but it also goes all the way to the point where you when you get into a long-term relationship, you still need to have situations where you're not available like that. Damn, my throat is all dry and everything. I was drinking more of this water. What up, Chico Chevy 343? Oh yeah, the calling number, people, is 646-481-3901. You feel me? Sam1996. What up? You from Singapore? That's what's going on. So is it morning time over there? That's crazy. So yeah, so the thing is, you know, you don't want to be too available to these chicks. See, what I was talking about before is you give them enough attention to, you know, enough to where things need to be able to progress. So I'll give you an example. Like, if you talking to a chick, right? You meet a chick at a bar, you get her information, whatever, right? You just hit her up to, hold on, let me take this call real quick. I'm gonna get back on that point. Hold on. What's poppin'? Who's this? What's going on?
It's Ronnie.
What up, Ronnie? From where? Where you at? Where you from?
Miami.
Miami. What's good, bro? What's going on?
Chillin Man. I got a question.
All right, what's going on? What's up?
My question is, like, so I met this girl the other day, and what happened was I wanted to spit game at her, but I just couldn't find the words. So she was uncomfortable, but I just said I just let it go. But I just didn't know what it was. Maybe because I was nervous or what. But my question is, how can I do improv spit game to a girl?
Well, the thing is this: the reason why you get nervous a lot of times is because you don't have that much practice doing it. You see what I'm saying? And so you gotta be able to practice in order to keep that going. So the more that you practice, the more it's going to be easier for you to talk to the girls, and it'll be a little bit easier for you to go back and forth with her. So the thing is, it's not about, because you could be getting nervous now, but then that nervousness is going to subside the more you do it. You feel what I'm saying? It's almost like it's like if you haven't gone to the gym in like 6 months, when you first go and you lift those weights, your body's gonna be sore. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be like crazy sore.
Yeah.
So if you start going every like 3 or 4 times a week, then your body's gonna get used to the weights. So you'll still be building muscle, whatever, and you'll probably still be a little bit sore, but it's not gonna be as sore as before because you had to practice. It's the same thing when you're talking to chicks. It has to be something that you continuously do all the time. You see what I'm saying? But see, this is the thing though. This is the thing you gotta understand is that even when you do that, right? What happens is the more you do it. Now this is important. The more you do it, the more it's going to become easier for you. So basically, for example, if you literally talk to women every day, right? Then your skill level of talking to them is gonna increase faster, and it's going to stay with you longer. Now, if you only talk to a girl maybe once a week, you'll be better than if you never talk to any girl, but you're still gonna be a little bit rusty because you're only talking to girls once a week. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you go into a pool, and then the pool is cold, so you got to dip your toe in first to get a feel for the cold. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you jump in, when you get used to the cold, you jump in the pool, and you're already good because you're in the pool. You're immersed in the pool, so that cold isn't hitting you yet. But if you jump out the pool, right, and if you stay out the pool for like an hour, you got to kind of dip your toe back in. But if you jump out the pool and then you jump right back in, you're still have that feeling, so it's not as cold. So the same type of analogy applies. If you talking to chicks every day, if you talk to chicks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday comes, it's going to be easier for you to talk to chicks on Friday because you've been talking to chicks all during the week. But if you only talk to chicks one day, maybe that Monday, and then you don't talk to another girl for 3 weeks, then it's going to be harder. So it all depends on how much you do it. So right now you might be a little rusty, but the more you do it, the easier it's going to be. So all I would say to you is get out there more and start talking to girls more, and don't worry about fucking up. Don't worry about not knowing what to say. And this is why I've been telling guys, like, on my Bad Boy membership program, I have programs that teach you how to interact with girls and not run out of stuff to say. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different things you could do on that. You feel what I'm saying?
Even if I say hi to them.
What happened? Go ahead.
Even if it's something simple like hello, how are you, or hello, like hi, stuff like that.
Right.
So,
Right. And see, this is the thing. You can. It's not difficult to talk to women. The difficulty is, one, being confident while you're doing it, and two, just knowing how to have a conversation. So just like me and you were having a conversation, it should be the same thing when you're talking to women. It should be the same type of like, you're not like, just like you called and you say, yo, Mr. Locario, I got this question, blah 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 blah. Like you just told me what was on your mind. So it's the same thing with a chick. You just talk to her and tell her what's on your mind. Hey, miss, how you doing? What you up to today? Oh, you doing this? That's cool. What how is that going for you? Oh, my name is so and so, by the way. What's your name? Really? Where you from? You just keep it going. And then so what you do is and what's gonna make it easier for you. And this is a tip, and I tell guys this all the time. All you need to do is take something that she's saying within the conversation, and then use that to start another thing to say. You understand what I'm saying? So let's do this. Let's try to role play. Pretend I'm gonna be the chick and you're the dude coming up to me trying to holler. So what are you gonna say? You see me? What do you say? Go ahead.
Excuse me, miss. I have a question.
Okay, what's up?
I want to know your thoughts on Donald Trump election.
Donald Trump. He's an asshole. I don't think he should be president or whatever. I think it should be somebody else.
Why you gotta be an asshole?
I don't know. I mean, because he always does a lot of stupid stuff. He doesn't really know what he's doing. He looks like he's just all over the place,
Yeah, but the thing is, I look at Donald Trump as a businessman. You should look at it too. Because he's not fit to be no president. As a matter of fact, he's a regular businessman. I don't even know why he's in chair.
Right. See, and this is what I'm saying. See how you just did that? All you doing is using what you started off. You keep going and you having that dialogue. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? They talking about they saying in the chat room, don't talk about politics and shit when you talking to these chicks. But either way, that's really how you do it. All you need to do is when you talking, listen to what she's saying, like say stuff, listen to what she's saying, and just come back with it, just like you're having any type of regular conversation. The key is you don't want to think too much, because when you think too much, you're thinking of, oh, I gotta say the best thing, I gotta say the best line, I gotta do like something like like great. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, if you're just having a conversation and you're flowing, you understand what I'm saying? That's the thing that's going to make the conversations go good. Now, what I would say too is, and this is another tip when you're talking to chicks, right? What you want to do is you want to make sure that, damn, I'm fucking sweating in here. I'm going to have to put on this fan in a minute. But anyway, when you're talking to these chicks, you want to make sure that the conversation you having with her, right, is always leaning to her feeling some sort of like positive energy. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that if you talking to a girl and you notice that she's like, getting like upset about whatever you're saying, or you say something like that seems offensive to a certain degree, you see what I'm saying? Then that could throw the whole situation off. So by you talking about Donald Trump, that shit might get her like upset. You understand? But if you talking about that in a situation where she's not upset, then that's cool or whatever. But usually, if you talk in a certain situation, her emotions will take over, and then that's gonna like fuck up the whole situation in that regard. You see what I mean? But the thing is,
but I wouldn't talk about Donald Trump like that. I would just make it conversation. Like I would just doing it as an example, but I really didn't want to talk about politics.
I feel you. Nah, that's what I was just saying, like, because that could be it. But even though the same way you was just going back and forth, that's exactly how you do it with chicks. The same way. It's just a back and forth exchange. You see what I'm saying? The thing that messes up a lot of guys is just the nervousness, because you're scared that You know, you don't want her to reject you. You might be scared that she's going to ignore you. You understand what I'm saying? So, but and again, that type of shit happens. Like the other day, you know, I was on the train and there was this bad chick that was walking by and she sat next to me on the fucking platform. So I was like, I looked at her and I was like, yo, what's up? How you doing? Right? So this chick just straight up ignored me and fucking like turned this way and just like it was like trying to like not look at me. You feel what I'm saying? Just off the bat. Yeah. You feel what I mean? So that shit'll happen sometimes. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that you should never be scared to approach a girl, talk to her, say what you want to say, and do what you got to do. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah. Go ahead. Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm about to turn on this fan because it's hot as shit in here. Give me 1 second. Shit. Oh man. All right. Let me get this going. Whew, I didn't mean to leave y'all for that long, but damn, this shit is fucking hot up in this bitch. I had to get the fan on. But anyway, go ahead.
My question is, you know, you get a podcast, and it's called how you spit game at women from different age groups.
Right.
And my question is to that one is, that's how you spit game with them by just upgrading them.
Oh, if you're talking to the younger ones or just in general you're talking about? Or are you asking?
In general, it could be any age.
Right. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, for women, see, for women, you want to be able to introduce a certain perspective. You feel what I'm saying? So, the thing is that if you are talking to a girl, right, and she feels that you have something to say that is relevant or something that she didn't know or something that you put her onto, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Then what it does is that makes you look even more attractive in her eyes because now you're looked at as a resource. You're looked at as somebody who, you know, is basically upgrading her situation. You understand? It's kind of like, it's like if you imagine you were, let's say you were like, I don't know, like you had trouble figuring out something on your computer or some shit, and then somebody was like, oh, you know, all you got to do is press this button, put this here, put that here, and they fix your shit. You'd be like, oh, that's dope, like, you know, thanks. You'd be like appreciative for that person being there to do that thing for you. So the same thing applies to women, is that when they're talking to you and interacting with you, when you put them onto game, when you say shit that they probably never thought of or a different perspective, or you have some sort of knowledge that you can bless them with, you understand what I'm saying? The same thing applies where they start looking at you like, oh shit, like this guy, he actually has something interesting about him. He has other things. He's different than all the other dudes I've talked to this week. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you know what? You know what I just thought about?
Right.
I think I did that when we was all role playing.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. Like you were saying certain things. Like you said, yo, you know, he's a businessman. He does this and he does that. So that's something, a perspective that she probably wouldn't have been able to see. You see what I mean?
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? Like that's right. So that's and the thing is, what's interesting about this is that for a lot of women, what happens, and this is the slick way you do it, is that for a lot of women, you gotta understand something. A lot of women, especially when it comes to men and relationships and interacting with guys, whatever, most women don't experience dealing with a guy who puts them on the game. And also what happens is that most women aren't put onto game that's like realistic game, like actual real shit. They're not put onto real shit because most women technically, like, they live in like a fantasy world, meaning that a lot of women get lied to, a lot of women get coddled, a lot of women, you know, they don't get like real straight advice because everybody's trying to like look out for their, you know, feelings and all the other shit. So if you put them onto game and you reel with them and say, yo, this is what it is, this is going on, and yo, this is what it, you know, was popping. That right there alone could get you, you know, could be, you know, have her look at you like, oh shit, this dude is, he's some next level shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that, you know, you gotta make sure that you understand. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, you know, It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got one last question.
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Like the way when we did that little role playing, can I approach a girl just by saying I need to ask you a question? I
Yeah,
can do that, right?
yeah, you can. Yo, listen. Let me tell you something. You could approach a girl saying any fucking thing you want. You feel what I'm saying? The only
Yeah.
thing you need to do is be able to get a girl's attention. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's it. That's it. You can say whatever you want. You could ask her something like you can say, "Hey, what's up?" Like, "Hey, let me talk to you for a second." Blah blah blah. Whatever it is. That's it. That's all you got to do. All you need to do is grab her attention. That's the most important thing. So you could do it indirectly. You could
Okay.
do it directly. Whatever you want to do, just grab the attention. Once you get the attention, now then that's when you really gotta make the shit pop off. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's what it is, bro. All right, yo, I'm gonna holler at you, bro, because I got some other people trying to call in. I think this like trying to get back in
Okay.
there.
And I thank you for the advice, and I'm a huge fan of your work.
Appreciate it, bro. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you have a good one.
All right, man. You too.
All right.
Peace. Later. Yeah, man. All right, let me see who's this. What's poppin'? Who's this? What's going on?
What's good, Locario, man? It's your boy Cool from North Carolina, man.
What up? What up? What's going on with you?
Chillin', bro. Chillin', man. Yeah, start college and shit next week, bro. I'm
Okay.
ready to start this damn new leaf.
That's what's
But
up.
real quick, bro, at first I appreciate you answering my call and shit, you know what I'm saying? You be on that light skin nigga shit, sometimes you don't answer. But yeah, bro. Let me give you my real quick 20-second background story. All right.
Mm.
All right. I'm 6'3",
Mhm.
brown skin, you know what I'm saying? So normally the chicks, okay, from what everybody else is telling me, the chicks will be into me,
Right.
but I've been such a shy guy my whole life.
Mhm.
I can't read. I literally am incapable of reading the signs, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell when a chick is into me because most of the time it's real subtle, and unless you up on game, you ain't gonna notice.
Right.
But basically, what I'm saying is the only times in my life where I've really pulled chicks was where I didn't even feel like any sexual. It'll be a chick I'm into, right? Say for instance, like the chick I was dealing with in high school recently. I saw her, you know what I'm saying? She was obviously new to the school because I've been at the school all 4 years. Went up to her,
Right.
had a conversation with her about some bullshit. Like I talked to her about the military base that she had came from because she's military.
Right.
And we just had small talk, you know what I'm saying? I'm into her, but I'm new to this, so you know what I'm saying? I don't feel any sexual tension. I'm literally just talking to the girl.
Mhm.
And as I walk away, you know what I'm saying? As I walk away, I'm still looking at her, and she's still looking at me. And the awkward motherfucker I am, I just go upstairs on the class.
Right.
And by the grace of God, she actually, you know what I'm saying, somebody that was nearby, like after I went upstairs,
Mhm.
she asked this motherfucker, you know, who was that nigga? Who was that just came up to me? And he was
Right.
like, oh, that's Shakur, you know what I'm saying? And then she ended up getting my information, and me and her ended up fucking around for the rest of high school and shit. But she in Oregon at college and shit now.
Right.
But basically, I got my first real girlfriend without me putting in any work. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what I'm saying is the only time I really get chicks is I feel like is when I get lucky.
Mhm. Right. Right. Well, that's the thing, and I actually did a video about this the other day too, and I was saying that there really isn't any luck in the game, because in order for you to even have had those girls want to follow through and do anything with you, still game is applied. You see what I'm saying? Because for women, at any moment in the situation, they could change. They'll change their mind because of what you said or what you did or how they feel and all this other stuff. You see what I mean? So you were probably in a situation where things were flowing, and since they were flowing, you were more relaxed and you just sort of made it happen. You feel what I'm saying? But think about the fact that you were able to do that. Now imagine how much more shit you could get popping if you actually put in some work and actually go out there and be a little bit more aggressive. You see what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
so that's the thing. It's like, a lot of guys, they get shit popping here and there, but the thing is, and this is what's good about the game is that when you know more about the game, what it does is that it gets you to a point where you can sort of make things happen as when you want it to happen. So, for example, you don't want to be the type of dude who says, "Well, damn, I wish I could get something popping, but I'm just chilling and nothing's going on." Versus a guy who says, "Hey, I want to get something popping," and he goes out, he goes and talks to girls, meets up with chicks, and ends up taking a girl home, going to her spot, or making something happen that night. You see what I mean? Because he knows how to do it. You see what I'm saying? So there's a difference between sort of like getting an opportunity, and that opportunity sort of working in your favor, and then also, and there's a difference between that and actually pushing yourself in different situations to get more things going on. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, and another question: is there a such thing as, let me put it like this: is there a such thing as, how I told you I didn't really feel too much sexual tension on my side because I was so damn nervous? Is there a such thing as the women feeling it, but the man not? You know what I'm saying? Like she's having all these feelings, but even though I'm nervous, like, is there a such thing as it being one sided and it not being fully mutual?
So you're saying that, is it a such thing of like you, like her feeling, like you feeling her more than she's feeling you, that type of thing?
No, basically her feeling the vibe. Like, obviously, I'm saying, like, for her to ask the nearby person who I was, she was feeling some type of vibe from what I was talking to her about. But I'm saying, like, I thought that I had fucked up the situation so bad that there was, like, zero chance with getting with this chick. So basically, I'm saying, like, and I've heard this before: is there a such thing as having game that you didn't know you had?
Right. Well, that's exactly that. There is that. See, this is the thing. What people don't understand is what you're doing. Like, okay, for example, right? Like, you could be a person that go up to a girl and you have a conversation with her, and then y'all end up making out and y'all end up kissing or whatever, right? Now, all the stuff that you did was game, but you didn't realize that's what you were doing. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, if I was to have a video of everything you did, you walked up to the girl, you talked to her, you were flirting with her, you were creating sexual tension, and so I can watch that video, show it to somebody, and say, look, he's doing this, he's doing that right there. Notice he did this, he did that, he did that. You understand? So he's doing all the right stuff, but he's not really thinking about it because it's more natural for him. See, you have guys who are natural with the game. You see what I'm saying? This is where they have the term natural game. Like, it's because there's some guys, they naturally just have it there. Like, it's just automatic for them. Like, they just sort of picked up on it. You see what I'm saying? Now you have other guys who don't really know about this, which is why we teach game, because we're teaching the natural thing. You see what I mean? This is why even, like pickup artists, what pickup artists do is they try to break down things like really, really like detailed, but all they're doing is they're just explaining a guy with natural game. You feel what I'm saying? And trying to break it down so that a person who's maybe like a nerd or a person who doesn't really like deal with women that much can understand it and can practice it so that they can become natural at it. You see what I'm saying? So it's that type of thing. So yeah, so there are guys who it's like they do it, but they don't realize they even were doing it, but it's because they had that natural game. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So so that's what it is. That is what it is, man. Yeah. So but I would say for you, you just gotta. I'm telling you, if you put yourself out there more, you're gonna see a whole lot more opportunities coming your way. You feel what I'm saying? So,
but sometimes, like me being quiet, like even today when I went to my college orientation, I'm in the presence of like 4 or 5 cute girls. We're all at like the same table, and I sit down, and I feel like a quick glance, but after that they're basically doing their own thing, and then after 3 of them walk away, one of them says, "Hey, my friends said that you were cute." Right. I'm like, man, see why do chicks get mute? When you're around, but they'll say something when you're not. Man, that shit is so fucking annoying.
But that's the thing. Women, you understand, women are passive aggressive. You see what I'm saying? So this is why and this is what I'm saying, because the fact that you would walk past and then the girl will say, hey, my friend thought you was cute, yada yada yada. Imagine how many other women you interact or walk past who was thinking the same thing that you could have got with. You see what I'm saying? But
and it's so
now go ahead.
it's
What you
really
saying?
really upsetting when you think about it like that, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And so you got to understand that masculine energy is very like, it moves forward. It's very active. It's very aggressive. Feminine energy is very passive and laid back. So there's a lot of women out there that you could have gotten with, or that you can get with now, who they're not going to really, they're going to only do so much. They're going to do as much as they can as far as they are willing to do as women. But you have to step up as a man to do your part. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to just do, they'll give you little signs. They'll probably smile at you. They'll probably check you out, once or twice or whatever. So they're doing what they know how to do, which is, be passive. You understand? But you have to be, when you see that girl checking you out, or when you see those girls around, even sometimes when they're not looking at you, because the thing is that sometimes women are very slick and very good at choosing you, or let's say even just checking you out without you even noticing. You see what I'm saying? So there's girls who were probably checking you out that you didn't even notice they were doing it, because they're really slick with it. Then you're gonna have the girls who's obvious with it, where they'll just be staring you down. Then you got girls who are gonna be very, like laid back about it, or really quick with it, where you wouldn't even know, but they're still checking you out. So you got to be the one to go up there and see what's popping. You see what I mean?
Shit, now that you mention it, that same type of thing happened to me, but it was like, just real quick, I know that you're the master of this shit, so I gotta ask the question while it's fresh in my brain. All right, so it's my prom night,
right?
And it's this chick that I was good friends with all throughout high school, but for some reason she was always in a relationship, and I was either, doing my own thing, talking to somebody. But on prom night, I come with the girl that I was telling you about, and I had a few shots of the Ciroc, so
right.
I'm feeling myself dumb hard. So I walk inside, cheesing like a motherfucker on my James Bond shit. I got on the whole white tux and everything, and this chick, that I was telling you about, that I was cool with,
right.
I literally see her staring at me, but like, I'm trying to play it off, acting like, oh yeah, I'm the man tonight, like grilling my date down dumb hard, not really sweating too many other chicks, but like in my peripheral, like she was literally staring me down for 15 seconds, but it's so what do you think that could mean? Could that mean multiple things from a woman, or does that generally mean one thing?
Well, if she's staring you down like that?
Yeah.
Well, look, if a chick is staring you down hard, that means she's feeling you, period. Because, this is one thing, like, guys think that, like, women usually won't stare you down like that unless they're into you, like, unless they're that attracted to you, because a chick will look at you, like, she'll make eye contact with you maybe once, and that might not mean that much. But if a chick is consistently staring you down, looking at you, checking you out, can't keep her eyes off you, of course you go, that's a sign. That means she's feeling you. So that's when you go and you approach and you talk and you say, what's up? You understand? Like, even every time when I seen a chick do that to me, I would just go up to her and I say, yo, listen, how you gonna stare at me that long? And I say hi. You know what I mean? Like, that was my opening line every time I see a chick, if a chick is staring at me like that. You see what I mean? And then so that gets me in a conversation with her, and then we make it do what it do. You feel what I mean? So, like, I'll say for you, this is what I'm saying for you, is that you're getting a lot of choosing signals, but you're not doing nothing with it. And that's, you got to start doing more shit with the choosing signals. You see what I'm saying? And you got to start doing more shit even if you don't see the choosing signals, because certain chicks might be choosing you and you won't even know about it. You see what I'm saying? So, you gotta just put yourself out there more, man.
So it's like my shyness mixed with the chick shyness is a horrible combination.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Mixed out on a lot of
Exactly. And you got to understand that, women are already going to have that shy type of energy. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be the one to say, yo, make the move. You got to be the one to make the move. You got to be the one to step up and approach, because they're going to be, real laid back, real reserved, all that other stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah, man.
And another thing about that, she actually, bro, here's the crazy part about it. I'm not lying to you. While she was grilling me down, bro, the known classic prom, you know what I'm saying? Like how you hold your prom date. The chick has her arms around the dude, and the dude has the hands around her waist. While she had her hands around this dude's neck was when she was grilling me down, bro.
Right.
And like I can see the dude like trying to get her attention, bro, on everything, and she literally did not break her stare.
See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta understand these choosing signs, and also too, you gotta get used to that shit too, because I think the what happens with a lot of guys is that a lot of dudes are not prepared for success in a game. I actually did a video about this the other day on my motivation channel where I was talking about, you got to be prepared for when these opportunities present itself, because if you're not, just like you said you was talking to some chick and then you just walked up to your dorm or whatever, it's like, you got to actually go up there and make it happen. You see what I'm saying? You got to actually approach the girl and see what's popping. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So that's what it is. But let me I'm about to get some more of these calls, bruh. You feel me?
Oh yeah, bro. I appreciate that, bro.
Right,
I appreciate
man.
that.
Definitely, man.
Big time, dog. You be easy.
Definitely, I'll let you. Yeah. All right, people. All right. So I was gonna say it. What I was gonna say before the break, because usually I'll be forgetting and shit. But what I wanted to say was about being too available for these chicks, right? And the thing you got to do is it has to be balanced out. So the thing is, let's say for example you get a girl's number, right? You text her or whatever, call her, and you set up a date, right? That's literally all you have to do. That's it. And I've talked about this like so many times. Like, get a girl's number on Monday, you set a date for like Thursday or Friday maybe, and then you don't hit her up or you don't talk to her during the week. You understand? You don't talk to her until the day of the date. You understand? And then you see what's up with the date. So the only amount of attention you gave her was the necessary attention that was needed to get the date going. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you're balancing that stuff out. So don't be calling her during the week and don't be texting her, hitting her up on Facebook, all of that. None of that. Just do what you got to do to set the date and then go on a date. But I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. Let me get this call real quick. What's poppin'? Who's this?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Locario? This is Tyrone from Minnesota.
What's going on, bro?
Man, I had a question, bro. What I wanted to know is, like, what days do you usually be doing your live tracks? Because it used to be on Friday. What happened?
Yeah, Friday. I'll do it Fridays, every Friday from 3 to 5:30 p.m. 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. But I just did it today because I'm periodically doing some during the week now, so I don't have a set day during the week, but it's always going to be Friday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So I'm going to always have it that day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing it tonight just because
Okay, cool.
I wanted to chop it up and see what's popping with people. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what's up, because, like, usually on Fridays it used to be around 2-ish.
It's 3 to 5. 3 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure, you guys know it's Eastern Standard Time because I'll be on the other time zones and shit. I don't want you to miss it. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be able. Yeah, I'm glad you had it for tonight too, though, because usually at 3 o'clock I'm back at work. So yeah, I'm glad you put it on tonight. So
I feel you. So what's up with you? What's going on with you though?
Yeah, I had a question about when giving girls your number.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not worried about this, like you said in one of your videos, to not be outcome dependent.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my issue. What I noticed was when I give certain females my number or my card, they will put the card or my number in their back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You ever noticed something like that before?
As far as I'm putting the card in their back pocket?
Yeah. You ever noticed something like that before?
Yeah, I've said girls do that. Like they put it in their back pocket or they put it in their purse or they put it in their front pocket. It goes wherever. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on the chick. You see what I'm saying? As long as as long as she has it, you know what I'm saying? That's all that really matters. Because it's the thing. if the girl wants to see you, right? If the girl wants to hit you up, she's gonna find that card and hit you up. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't matter where she put it. As long as she has it on her person, as long as she don't drop it, then it's good. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes I tell chicks, I'll be like, I'll give them my card and I tell them to put it in their purse. And they put it in their purse, they zip that shit up, and I'm like, yo, hit me up this day at this time or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And then so that's really all you got to do.
Yep.
That's
what I was thinking about doing. I was like, maybe I should tell them to put. I think I did tell myself like maybe I should tell them to put it in their purse.
Right.
Because I forget about that shit. I'd be like, I don't know, but
right.
Like I ain't gonna really worry about it because I got other stuff to do. So.
Right.
It's not going to be my loss if they decide to forget that in their back pocket. That's
right, and that's the thing. That's the thing. She's not going to forget if she wants to make it happen. It's that simple. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not all the card is and all you giving her your number is just a way for her to get what she wanted anyway. You see what I mean? In the first place. So if a girl forgets, or if a girl doesn't call you, I was gonna say forget. They don't ever forget. It's just they don't because they're not that into you. If they don't call, they're not gonna. That means they're not feeling it like that. Because you got to look at it. If Idris Elba gave her his card and said call me, you think she gonna forget, or you think she gonna not call, or you think you know what I'm saying? She gonna call because she wants to fuck with him. It's the same thing. So her desire to want to fuck with you has to be that strong to where she's not gonna, lose the card, or she's not gonna, be on some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. One last question. One thing that's irritating or just a pet peeve on these dating sites as far as playing a fish, because I don't fuck with Tinder anymore. You got females on there be saying, must love dogs, or if my dog doesn't like you, I won't. I'm like, I had to call a female on a bullshit on that. I gave her a fucking, and I'm so serious. I gave her a fucking novel. I was like, so me must love. You said if your dog doesn't like me, is that a requirement for a guy who must love dogs? And then on top of that, she was saying, me and my ex are close friends. And I told her, like, listen, the bottom line is women are insecure and jealous.
Right.
Like especially if their guy friends are close friends with their ex, and especially if their ex is better than you. So I was giving her the whole breakdown of her bullshit.
Right.
And she hit me back and said, "Go fuck off."
Right. See that's the thing. A lot of these chicks, you can't. It's like a waste of time trying to put some of them on. It was funny
though. I did it to fuck with her though. I just did it to fuck with her.
Yeah. You know how that go. They just on that bullshit because most of them know they're on that nonsense. Like chicks, they'll just write shit. They'll say shit. They'll do all this other stuff to try to be cute. It is what it is. But it ain't nothing. You see what I'm saying? That shit is nothing. But don't worry about none of that shit. You feel me? But yo, let me get some more of these calls, bruh, and I will holler at you. All right.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man. You and Miles, man.
I appreciate it, man. All right, later. Yeah. So the calling numbers, people, 646-481-3901. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy out this piece. What's poppin'? Who's calling?
Yo, what's good? It's the Rook CNC.
What's going on, man?
Nothing, chilling, man. So I got this situation, right? So I had this chick over, whatever. We tight as hell. Like, she really feeling me, but I feel like she playing it off or whatever. But I had over 2 times. The first time, we was chilling in my crib. It was late. It was cool and Mac, and I didn't make too much moves, but I was on her, like I was on her back or whatever. My head was on her back. We just smacking watching movies. The second time she come over, it was late as hell. I picked her up. She lived like 30 minutes. I'm from Jersey. She lived like 30 minutes away from me, like somewhere in Jersey. And it was like 12 o'clock, and we stayed at my crib till 5. But when we was macking, and I put my hand around her waist, like, cause we was laying right next to each other on my bed, and she had the audacity to be like, we just friends. She took my hands off her waist, and she's like, we just friends, but we just still macking, whatever. And I played it off like nothing, whatever. I tried to the game, but I'm just like confused because it's like, yo, like, shorty, you on my crib late as hell, like, what you expect?
Right.
So, right now, like, and after that, I'm just, like, dubbing her in a way. I'm just, like, ignoring her and, like...
And wait, so how did she get to your, like, so you invited her over that at that time and she came through? Like, how did she get there again? What did you say?
I had to pick her up. She was showing her car and shit. She young, but she would have came to my crib if that was the case. But
you told this chick come to your crib. You went to pick her up, and then and you went back to your crib.
My bad. Yeah, I picked her up, went back to my crib.
And what time was this?
It was like 12. It was right after I left the gym. It was like 12 o'clock.
At midnight.
I called her random. Well, she had told me she was bored. I'm like, alright, that was good.
You said this was midnight?
Yeah, like midnight.
See, and you know what it is too? This is what you got to do sometimes, right? You have to make sure that before you bring a girl to your house, she needs to know what the deal is. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to tell her, hey, you're not coming over my house unless we doing something. You see what I mean? And then what you got to do is, if she does come over your house and she doesn't do anything, then you got to say, yo, you got to bounce. That's it.
Well, I mean, I took her home right after that because I was like, however. And ever since then, like I said, I've been dubbing her. And right now, she just texted me. I ain't hit her up since.
Right, and
I haven't hit her up since then.
Right, and see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Anytime when you're dealing with girls like that, you need to, or just in general, you need to let her know, okay, this is what we're going to do. If you're not trying to do that, then don't come over. And then if she does come over, she's coming over with the knowledge of you and her doing that. Now, if she comes over and she's like, oh, I don't know. Okay, cool, no problem. Listen, you could, take your stuff. Let's go. You're about to bounce. You understand? So it has to be extremely clear so that the next time she even tries to, deal with you, right? Then she knows this is what it is. Now, see, me personally, I wouldn't even deal with her anymore. I'd charge this to the game because to me, that's just a time waster. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's playing games and she don't know what she want or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So I would have charged to the game, but
hell yeah.
But if you don't want to charge to the game, you still have to set that precedent of this is what it is, and if you're gonna deal with me, this is what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like she's willing to take it to that level. Like, cause I'm not on no friend zone shit. I don't push off like a friend zone ass nigga either. Like,
right.
I watch this shit. Ever since I've been watching this shit since like year now. Because I used to work at Amazon, like doing delivery, so I listen to your shit like religiously. Yo, shit elevating me, bro. Like for real. Like I just been getting pussy like nonstop. Like.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that shit, man. But yeah, you just gotta, you gotta keep doing your thing and make sure that you know what you're trying to do, and you gotta find women who are going to cooperate with what you're trying to do. Is once you have that sort of frame of mind, then it's easier for you to like deal with girls, and then also easier for you to charge them to the game, because then it becomes just like just doing it on a practical level. You see what I'm saying? Like it's just picking and choosing. Like, okay, I'm gonna choose to deal with this chick because I see she's cooperating. I'm choosing to not deal with her because I see that she's not cooperating and she's gonna be a waste of time. And then so when you become that dude, the more women that you interact with, they start to see that because you're already giving off that energy. They see that vibe from you. And then so a lot of times girls are only gonna do what you let them get away with. You see what I'm saying? So if she sees that she can like play games, it's gonna be a wrap. You know what I mean? So But yeah, that's what it is, bro. But yo, let me get a few more of these calls, man, and I appreciate you calling in. You feel me?
For real, I appreciate you, man. For real, man. Like I'm really always watching shit, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Pass it around. Tell all your friends and all that. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
All right, man. All right, be safe.
All right, be safe, man. All right.
Peace. Yeah, man. You guys gotta make sure you are on point with that. What's going on? Who's calling?
Yo, this is Jason from Ohio.
What up, man? What's going on?
What's up, man? Yeah, I just have a quick question. You think an easy way to get chicks from your house is like say you meet them and then you say, I want to cook dinner for you. You know, you think that would work?
To say, oh, you like if you say, hey, I'm gonna cook something for you, come through.
Yeah,
that could work. That could definitely work.
Okay.
Tell her to bring some wine. You like, I'm gonna cook some cool stuff for you, and we'll make it happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I was just thinking about that. Like, you know, if I'm not really trying to put in a lot of time, you know, if I meet a chick, be like, hey, maybe I could cook that for you sometime, you know, and then, you know, she'll know like right then and there.
Right.
You're gonna meet with me. Come to my house.
Right.
Yeah, all right, cool.
The only time that you might have a difficult time with that is if, let's say you meet a chick, like let's say you talking to a girl online, and she, you know, you haven't met yet. You feel what I'm saying? Like if that's the case, then you know, having her come straight to your house might be difficult. It's goddamn fucking fucking fire trucks out there. But anyway. So so that might be difficult because she didn't meet you yet, so she might be a little bit cautious. And also too, sometimes you don't want to, you don't want a chick who you don't know. And this is another thing I'll be trying to tell guys. Sometimes you don't want a chick who you don't really know like that, or you haven't really met and talked to and felt out to come through to your crib. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't know what she about. You feel what I'm saying?
She might be deep for something, yeah. True.
Right. You see what I mean? So.
Criminal stuff, yeah.
Right, so you want to sort of feel them out, but once you felt her out, let's say you've seen her already maybe like one time, then the next time you see her, which is like the second date or whatever, you be like, yeah, you know, come through, I'm gonna cook something real quick, and we gonna, you know, have some fun and whatever. Yeah, and definitely just hit her up that way, and she'll be able to, you know, she'll come through and see what's popping. You know what I'm saying?
All right, dude. Yeah, for sure, man.
Definitely.
All right, man.
Definitely, man. All right, I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
Yep.
All right, peace. Yeah, man. So, you know, you guys out there, what I was gonna say, I wanted to get back on the point. Let me try to get back on the point before somebody else calls in. See, the calls just be coming in like crazy. Hold on. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Yo, Locario was good at Johnny.
What's going on, bro? What's up with you, man? How you been?
Hey, chillin', man. I just gotta tell you this like quick funny shit that happened with this chick the other night. Well, first of all, we were supposed to go out on Saturday, and she hits me up like around. We supposed to go like 8. We supposed to meet up at 8. She texted me at like 6:30 saying like, "Yo, I'm in Brooklyn right now. I don't know if I'm gonna make it." And I'm thinking like, "Okay, bitch. Like, you don't know that we supposed to go somewhere. Why you gonna go to Brooklyn for?"
Right.
But anyway, I told her, "Yo, let me know when you back in town." And I scratched it. And she texted me like that Sunday morning saying, "Oh, I apologize. You know, if you don't want to fuck with me no more, yada yada yada." So I ain't never hit her up. I went to AC that night and just kept it moving. So Monday I hit her up. And I told her about it. I said, "Yo, I just got back from AC. I said, I called her out on her bullshit and let her know she's late."
Right.
And then, we pieced it out or whatever. And then she mentioned something about we hung out. So at around 7 o'clock at night, she invites herself to my spot, like, "Yo, I can come by for a few." I'm like, "Oh, all right."
Right.
She started to. But then she comes in, and then, like, I invite her to the spot or whatever. She kind of acts like a little standoffish or whatever. And then, pretty much she bounces. She says, "Oh, I got to go to work." I'm like, "Okay, all right, whatever. What you come here for?" So in the morning, she texted me saying some wild shit, saying, like, "Oh, you was over there. Like, I made, I went out my way to come to your spot, even though you called me out on this shit, on what I did, and yada, yada, yada. I don't think this gonna work out, blah, blah, blah." I'm like,
what?
What all this to your show from? Like, that shit, and I just thought that shit was just so funny. And I'm just like, where is all that noise coming from? I was like talking to my man thing. I told her, I said, "I think Shorty was just trying to save face. Like, I think she just wanted to prove to me that she wasn't no fucked up chick from her.
Right. Yeah, she's on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she playing games. She's just like, cause she don't want to look like she's a cornball. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, she's not really trying to do nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of girls will do that where they'll want to present themselves a certain way. So they'll say they're going to do something. They'll act like they're about this and about that. but they're not really about it because their actual character doesn't correlate with what they're trying to present to you. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, and she's saying like, oh, wait, oh my bad.
No,
like,
go ahead. What you saying?
She was just saying something about. No, she was saying something like she went out her way to come to my spot. Like I told her to come to my house.
Right.
You invited yourself over, and then mad because she got mad because I guess like I touched her. I tried to touch her. Tried to make a move or whatever, but she wasn't on no shit. So she's saying like, oh, that wasn't called for, and I was looking on your profile. She was trying to say I was lying about that. I'm like, yo, you really trying to nitpick on little stuff?
So she coming to your spot and then she complaining about you trying to get at her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
She on that bullshit. She's on that bullshit. Like you gotta understand something. Like, and this is what I want dudes to understand. Don't ever think that women are naive. You understand what I'm saying? Don't ever think that. Women, see, they try to play that, oh, I didn't know you wanted to have sex with me even though I'm at your house at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought we were just going to talk. And no, they know. You feel what I'm saying? They know what the fuck it is. So don't be on that, like, don't ever, like, get confused and try to think, oh, well, maybe she's not that type of girl. No. They know what it is, but they're trying to see if you gonna fall for the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? They trying to see if they can sort of get you to sort of still fuck with them within their bullshit. You feel what I mean? Like, you gotta get out of here with that bullshit. You see, that's the type of chicks, man. They just gotta get charged to the game heavy, man. As soon as chicks be starting to do that dumb shit, like I remember I matched with this girl on Tinder once, and I looked at her profile. And I already charged it to the game after I looked at her profile again. Because usually, I'll be just swiping or whatever. And then I matched with this chick. And I looked at her profile and it said, hey, I might want to get physical with you. But then, don't think that means you're going to have sex with me. As soon as I read that, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm like, I'm not even messaging you. We're done. We haven't even started and we're done. Because I already see you on that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to write something like that. Nah, you understand? So sometimes you gotta tell these chicks to bounce.
And it's funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and one thing, it's funny. I usually would have charged that chick, but like she sent me that text. So something in the back of my head was like, all right, maybe that shit was kind of fucking probably sincere. So I was like, all right. And then I was just like, I should have just stuck with my first gut instinct, like this bitch is on some dumb shit.
Right.
So I was just like, because I was really thinking like, I'll take this shit back. Should I take this shit back? And I was just like, fuck it, what the fuck worse gonna happen? Still learning and shit. So I'm like, all right, let me fucking see what happened. And then I feel like, oh, I should have just stuck with your shit. You know what I mean?
And you know what it is too. You know what it is too. Sometimes what happens is that once a girl gets in the actual situation, her feeling about it changes because she could have been thinking, oh, I'm gonna go over to this dude's house and I'm gonna have sex with him. Now she gets to your house. And then what happens is that that feeling of, oh, I'm going to go over to his house and have sex with him changes to, oh, man, I don't think I want to have sex right now. Or I don't feel comfortable right now. You see what I mean? So then instead of that being sort of said, it's more so she says she's on some, oh, why are you touching me? Why are you being like that? Is, you know what I mean? To sort of make it seem like she was never like interested or what she, she's just surprised that you know what I mean? Like, so... That's how they think and they operate. But see, this is the thing. Those girls, a lot of times, they're just going to be time wasters usually because if they're so wishy-washy with how they're feeling at this moment or that moment that quickly, that's not a good chick you want to be dealing with anyway. You want the girl who she wants you so bad that her desire is so consistent. Like, it's like she can't wait to do nothing but get up on you. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the type of girl you deal with. The ones who's on some back and forth, I don't know, 1 minute I'm good, 1 minute I'm not. It's just like, nah. You understand? So, you gotta like let those chicks go, man. They're just terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's good to have comparisons.
Right, So they be on that bullshit, man.
I remember. Let me let you get the line for you, man. I'll holler at you, bro.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you. Yeah, okay. Man, these girls, man, they be, it's crazy. They will give you a fucking headache if you're not careful. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. But yeah, so, we talking about not being too available to these chicks. And this means even when a chick is trying to holler at you or hit you up. So sometimes a girl will text you and want to have a text conversation, or she might call you and want to have a phone conversation. And so again, you're giving her enough attention, but not too much, and you're just giving enough to get what needs to get done. So when the girl texts you and she's just asking, oh, hey, how's your day? What's up? I was thinking of this. I was thinking of that, yada, 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 right? What you want to do is you want to be able to set up a date or set up a time for y'all to get together and then get off the phone. You feel what I'm saying? And stop texting her. Be like, oh, hey, so, yeah, my day is good, but yo, what you doing this weekend? Oh, you free? Cool, let's get together this time. Okay, cool. All right, I'll holler at you. I got to run. I got to do some shit. And that's it. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be too available to these chicks. What's poppin'? Who's calling?
Yo, it's Jay from Atlanta, man.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
What up?
I wanted to get your opinion, man. Like, what do you do? So you working, right? You got a store manager, or you got managers, or whatever. It's not like some average girl. It's like an older chick or whatever. So my question is, do you think it's good to talk to higher ups in the workplace? Like, if they back, man, like, give me all the signs. But it's like, if I fuck up bad, man. I lose it all. I lose my job. But it's like, I get all the signs. Like, I'm looking at those signs. I'm like, yo, like, this might work out. But it's just like, I don't know if I want to risk it all or not. So I really just want your opinion on that.
So you saying if you at work, should you holler at your manager lady chick if she's bad and she's
right,
she's trying to holler at you and all that?
Yeah,
Well, it all depends though. You feel what I'm saying? It depends on how bad you want the job. You know what I'm saying? and it also depends on how much energy she's giving you as far as choosing. But also too, and this is what's tricky about work, is that you gotta really know like the type of girl this chick is. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta fill out the type of girl she is, so you can know.
Like, it's moody, like it changes. I feel like it changes, so it's like you never really know. It's like one minute she's on you, next minute she not. Like on some professional shit, the next minute she like, all right, I'm feeling you. So I'm just like, shit. Like, I don't
and see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to know that. Well, this is the thing. You got to know the type of girl you're dealing with, because if she's the type who's, a little bit like, like sort of back and forth and weird. Like, and when I say back and forth, I'm talking about just as far as the choosing, because she got to sort of be back and forth a little bit because she's on the job. So one minute she could be flirting with you, the next minute she got to be back on the job. But I always say the best way to deal with these girls is to deal with them outside the workplace. You understand? I talk about this actually in this book, How to Have Sex 2 in a Day. I have a whole chapter on if you dealing with chicks at your job. So the thing is, you got to deal with them outside the workplace, meaning like if you go to lunch with them, or let's say after work at a bar or something, so that you could sort of feel her out and then try to interact with her there. But what I'm saying is, when you need to sort of figure out the type of girl you're dealing with, is I'll take you this for example. And I used to work at this gym, right? And so in the gym, there was this chick that worked there, and she was, she'd be flirting with me or whatever, and she knew I had a wife and all that, and she was like, yo, she was like, yeah, at first she was on some, that's crazy, you got a wife and all that, how you gonna be dealing with other girls, yada yada yada. She's talking all this stuff. Next thing you know, she's like flirting with me and everything. Next thing you know, she's like, so one day she was like, what are you doing after work? And I'm like, nothing, I'm chilling. She was like, yo, you want to go hang out and get a drink? So she's hollering at me to go get a drink. So I'm like, all right, cool. You go get a drink. And then, we talking and everything. And so as I'm talking to her, right? And mind you, I've been at this point on the job for maybe like almost a year, right? She told me that she was fucking with some other dude at the job, right? And she said that she messed with him for maybe like 5 or 6 months. And so I had no idea these two was messing around. So
Right.
So
It
so
always
you
be
see what I
like
mean?
that, bro. I swear
So
to God.
right. So the thing was, this is the thing I'm telling you. The fact that I didn't even know they was messing around, and she kept it so like low
Right,
key,
bro.
that told me, okay, well I could probably do the same thing with this chick and it ain't gonna be no problem. You see what I'm saying? So that's the
Right.
thing. So the thing is, you gotta see the type of girl you're dealing with first before you even try to deal with any chick like that. But overall, again, you gotta be careful when you're dealing with chicks at your job, because you want to make sure that you don't get in a situation where it's like sexual harassment or it's some bullshit that gets you fired, you
Right,
get written
right.
into
That's
HR
what I'm
and all
saying.
that shit. Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's
man.
what I said. It depends on how bad you want your job, because there's the risk of losing it for that, and I always say it's not worth losing it. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
the
I
thing
mean,
is-
I be like that, but Atlanta, man, sometimes I be just like, fuck it, bro. Like, I'm gonna have to be on my entrepreneur shit, because this is like, it's like you, like when you work so many places or you keep finding like other jobs, it's
Right.
like, damn.
right.
To the point where it's just like, out of everybody that I could fuck with, this is the person that I like is the most attractive or like the baddest one
Right.
I've seen. It always keeps happening like that, because I mean, I work all the time. But
Mhm.
it's just like, you know, you don't want to step on toes, or you don't want that shit to like go left, because it's gonna go left quick.
Right,
But,
exactly.
yeah.
I like your
So-
solution of starting their own business. That's what they say in the chat room. Start your own business. That's the
Yeah,
solution.
man. It's just like, bro. It's just like you will work somebody like day in day out, like, and then it's like they'll keep playing with you, teasing, and then as soon as you like stop fucking with them, that's when they get like go 100 with it, like
Right.
kind of like poke you and shit.
Right.
And I'm just like, man, I gotta get your opinion, because it's just like, damn, like you don't want to like come off like this soft, like you ain't gonna do nothing. But then again, it's just like, damn, like I don't want to. Like,
Yeah, I would say at this point, try to keep the flirting at a minimum at the, when you're at the job, and then if she flirt with you and you talk to her, try to get her outside the job. Be like, yo, what you doing next week, or what you doing after work? Let's go get something to eat real quick. What you know what I'm saying? Because then once you're outside, then you could get the real deal of what's popping with the chick. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
Yeah, man. But yo, I'm gonna hit you up later, man. I gotta get some more of these calls. I appreciate you calling in. You feel me?
Yo, I appreciate you answering, man. I appreciate that, man.
Definitely, man. I'm holler at you.
All right, appreciate it.
Peace. All right, so in the chat room, some of y'all was saying, and somebody was saying that I'm not doing the Bad Boy Show anymore. No, that is not the issue. Me and Miles is still doing the Bad Boy Show, but it's going to be on Patreon. So you will not be able to hear the show and see the show unless you are on Patreon. So you got to go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario. I'm going to have the link at the bottom of this video. So you got to join the Patreon page, and then you'll be able to see all of the future Bad Boy episodes from now until the end of time. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you join the Patreon and support, so we could get this shit going and popping. You feel what I'm saying? And I might have like other surprise stuff on there that you could only get on the Patreon. So let me type in the Patreon URL. Let me try to see if I can type it in the chat room. Let me see. Patreon.com/Mr. Locario. So I don't know if I think that's the link right there. So patreon.com/Mr. Locario. So you can make sure that you can get that, because I'm gonna have the Bad Boy Show on there every week, and you're gonna get some new exclusive stuff just for Patreon. So it's not gonna be on YouTube, it's not gonna be on MrLocario.com, it's not gonna be on the Bad Boy membership. It's gonna be exclusively on Patreon. So make sure you guys join today, because when you join today, we're gonna be doing, me and Miles are gonna be doing the new Bad Boy Show this Sunday. So the new Bad Boy Show this Sunday is going to be on Patreon. We're only gonna put out like a small 4 or 5 minute clip on YouTube. You understand? So you can hear a clip of the new show, of the new episode, but the new the new whole episode, the entire episode is gonna be on Patreon. All right. Yeah, man. The Alpha Male was good, man. You said, when's the Bad Boy book dropping? So the Bad Boy book, I actually just finished editing it down. Now all I have to do is, well, actually, I did my edits. What I do is I do my edits, and then I give the book to my wife, and then she does the final edits. And then after that, then we put the book together. So pretty soon. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. you said Miles is sick of those 25-cent donations. Crazy. Paulos, you say you're not paying $10 to hear Miles for an hour, so you're gonna miss out, bruh. And it's not for an hour. You're gonna be getting all the episodes. So if you don't join, you're gonna miss all the new shit. This is what I'm trying to say. So there's gonna be episode upon episode upon episode, and there's gonna be other stuff I'm putting on the Patreon, because I'm gonna actually come out with a new program that's going to be exclusively on Patreon. So there's different tiers. You can do the $10 a month, the $20 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month, and each one has different things. So the $10 is the regular joint, $20 a month you get a free book, I think $50 a month you get the book and a DVD, and I think if you do $1,000 a month you get 1 year free on the Bad Boy membership plus all the other stuff. So there's a lot of different things that you can get on there. And if you're really balling, you could do the $5,000 a month. You feel what I'm saying? That's for the dudes that's balling though. Don't it's crazy. Jason Tutorials is going on. You said, how do you change your mindset from a defeated one about feeling inadequate when it comes to dating and social life due to traumatic events in your childhood? Well, that's a deep question right there. But see, what you got to understand is that changing your mindset is something that you, like, no one can really just tell you to do it. It has to be something you want to do, and it has to be something that it usually happens over time. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that if you've been thinking a certain way for years, and you feel certain ways about, how you've been, how you look at yourself and everything, it's going to take a while for you to switch that around. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, if you had something like super traumatic that happened to you, you might, need to go to therapy or something like that. But a lot of times you can switch your whole mindset based off of just you understanding certain things about life, certain things about you and how valuable you are, and then that will jumpstart it. And then as you go into life and you do certain things, you start to get you start to see things that make you think, okay, wow, I can actually do this, or this can actually happen. But it all starts from your mindset and you being strong enough to go through the bullshit that you might be going through when you're trying to get to that point. Because there's going to be a lot of things that's going to make you doubt yourself. There's going to be a lot of things that's going to say, you know what, you're not as cool as you think you are. Nobody don't like you. You're whack, you're lame, you're ugly, you're stupid. All those things are going to pop in your head because that's what you've been thinking, up until this point. Right? But you have to override that. You see what I'm saying? Crazy. Born a Legend, you said I should start recording interactions with random women I approach in the street. You said these people don't believe the game is legit. Well, they're going to keep believing the game ain't legit because I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you guys something about that whole approaching chicks in the street. And I did a video about this. There's so many reasons why I don't do this shit. Now, if one of y'all guys catch me in the street and you see me approaching some girl or talking to a girl and you want to record that shit and put it up wherever, that's on you. But it ain't going to be me. Now, and the reason why I don't do that, right? And there's a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons why I don't do that is because I don't feel right filming someone without their knowledge. And the reason why I don't do that is because the thing you have to understand is a lot of times when you do things, right? The things you do can affect other people. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, let's say, like I approach some chick in the street, and let's say she has a boyfriend or a husband, and then he sees this video, right? And let's say, you know, because you might be like, oh, but well, you know, if she has a boyfriend or husband, she shouldn't have gave you the number, she shouldn't have did this and shouldn't have did that. Now, what you got to understand is, let's say I go up to a girl and she's not even into me, right? But she gave me her number because she wanted to get rid of me, which happens a lot. So now her husband or boyfriend sees her giving me the number, and then that right there fucks up their whole situation. You see what I'm saying? And now she has no idea that I'm recording her. You understand what I'm saying? And all of this shit fucked up because, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not with all that. So this is why I always tell guys, you know, the guys who've come to my seminars, and when we go out after, you understand, and they see me go up and talk to girls and we interact with girls and all this other stuff, then, you know, we can make it happen in that way. But all that filming and hitting cameras and, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I am good. You feel me? So, you know. Man, so what's popping in the chat room? Blade Brown, you said, how long should you wait to text or call a girl for the first time? You should text her or call her as soon as possible. Basically by the next day at least. So if you get a girl's number today, you want to hit her up by tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know. Real deal, you can call up. The call-in number is 646. Let me type this in. Hold on. 646. Why is this shit always... Every time I don't want to type the shit now, I don't want to fuck around. 646 481 3901. So you can call up and make it happen. Y'all be asking some funny ass questions up in this piece. You said if you have 5K a month and no bitches, you got bigger problems. Crazy. Due to what 212, you said, how do you approach Instagram models and celebrities in the club? Just like how you approach anybody else in the club. See, I gotta stop thinking motherfuckers is special and shit. Eric Maurice, what up? What's going on? You feel what I'm saying? Don't be thinking these motherfuckers are special and shit. They're, you know, you approach them how you gonna approach anybody else. Scott Jones, what up, man? What's going on? Who's this?
Yo, man, it's real, man.
What's going on? Where you from, man?
Man, I'm down here in the ATL, man. I had a question for you. I've been trying to get on for the longest. I was like, Lord, man, what's the number with you?
What's good with you, though? What's up?
And I'm chilling, man. I've been watching your show, between you and Dean shows, for a good little bit, man. And a lot of stuff that y'all was saying kind of coincide with stuff I kind of experienced and kind of seen out here before I even kind of discovered y'all. You kind of reiterated some things. But one thing I wanted to touch on, what I noticed, because I was out doing my thing today, and I was hollering, man, you know, dressed well and everything, well put together. And, man, I ain't going to lie, it's just annoying to run into the attention whores. And when I'm talking about the attention whores, I'm talking about, like, these chicks, right, let's say, like, you meet them down here.
Right.
And I've heard other guys say this, too, right? I'm not the dude that asks for women's numbers no more, because I graduated way past that. I'm the type of dude that'll leave them my number and kind of skate and flirt with a bunch of other women and leave them my number and skate.
Right.
So what annoys me is a chick I would just walk up to and just talk to her, me and her chopping it up. I would leave her my number. She would act like she wanted. I'm leaving her. No, I'm not leaving hers. I'm leaving her mine.
Right.
And I'm dipping. Meaning I'm putting the ball in her court, so if she's not interested, I'm like, yo, you shouldn't even call my number because look, I left you mine. Just leave it at that. When you got to see each other no more.
Right.
These chicks would like actually like dial. Like I'm not making them do it saying call me now. None of that. They would actually like dial my number or text my number. And what's annoying is like when you try to get up with them like later on, it's some games there. It's like that attempted not answering the phone thing, even though I only call once, or I'll shoot you a text and say call me once, and I'll leave it at that and delete your number. But you got any info on it because like that's real annoying. Because I'm like, yo, like how much of attention where you gonna be? The dude gave you the number and jetted. Why you gonna put your number in dude's phone, knowing that all you had to do was just walk off and leave it alone? You know what I'm saying? If you want to fit in the situation.
Right.
So what do you think about that?
Well, the thing is too, you gotta understand that women, a lot of times they're juggling a whole bunch of dudes. You feel what I'm saying? So the juggling of the guys is the thing that actually makes it be on some, it makes it seem as some attention whore stuff a lot of times. So this is why, like, a chick will call you and then you try to make something happen and then you don't hear from her or whatever for a while. Then you might hear from her again later on. Then you try to set something up and she's like, I don't know, I have to get back to you, whatever. They give you that back and forth shit. So a lot of times what happens is that they're juggling a lot of different dudes. So then what they're trying to do is figure out when they're going to see this guy, when they're going to see you, when they're going to see another dude, whatever it is. And they're trying to figure out who they like more, who they want to see more, and all this other stuff. So they're always trying to get the best out of the situation. You see what I mean? And so they're trying to see who's the best out of the situation. So they might have a guy who they think, is attractive. They might be attracted to him the most. But then he's, on some bullshit. So then they'd be like, okay, well, let me go to this other dude. And so they're, juggling dudes. Now, the thing this is why I tell guys that, and this actually goes with the theme of the show when we're talking about how to not be too available to women, is that you have to make sure that a woman understands that you're not going to be an option for long. You understand what I'm saying? So she sort of has to choose as soon as possible and fuck with you as soon as possible, or else she's gonna, she might end up losing you. You feel what I'm saying? She might end up losing you as a possibility of a guy she could fuck with. You see what I'm saying? And so that all goes to sort of like how you assert yourself when you're interacting with these women. So let's say, for example, you give a girl your number and she's like, and she hits you up. And then once she hits you up, you say, yo, let's get together, this Friday or whatever, let's get together and, get a drink, whatever. Now, if she's on some, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm going to be free, blah, 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 can I let you know? And you say, okay, you know what? Listen, I'm going to need you to let me know tomorrow by 3 p.m. If you can make it. If not, then we could just do it some other time. You feel what I'm saying? So right there, she's knowing that you're the type of dude who's actually going to let her, like, call her out on her being all wishy-washy. Is like, look, I gotta be on point with this dude if I really want to keep things going with this guy, and then let her know, like, okay, well, if it ain't gonna happen, then I'm gonna keep this shit moving. You see what I mean? And so,
because now
go ahead. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say now I'm starting to see why, because I was listening to your show, right? Mm-hmm. And I know, like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm the type of dude who loves to get on the phone around. Not with women, because I like to joke and make them laugh. I like to laugh myself. But now I'm starting to see why, like, you kind of say these days and times, like, yo, let's say I met her today, I need to hurry up and set some up. Like, yo, when we trying to get together, blah, 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 instead of just having these hour-long conversations with her, joking and laughing, tripping out, because there have been times before, and I remember you saying, like, in the previous show, when I experienced it, I knew what you were talking about, like, when I met women, and we sitting there, I'm talking about, like, sitting there laughing on the phone for hours and tripping out.
Right.
And talking about getting together. And I'm thinking we're going to get together and they're agreeing. And, you hear them up the next day and it's some BS, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what in the world? You know what I'm saying? We were just laughing and tripping out. Like, we were just laughing and tripping out the night before. How you not, picking up your phone now? So now I'm starting to see why, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of got me to the point where, I'm kind of adopting the philosophy, even though I kind of like adopted it now. I'm really straight getting into it where I'm just straight up hit them up and, just kind of tell them what it is. And now I'm at the point even more because it's kind of like annoying dealing with them, even though I've dealt with a balance of women, like my season be coming and my season be going.
Mm.
But it's just kind of annoying to deal with, just feminine behavior. I know
no, exactly. It is. It definitely is annoying dealing with it. And this is why I tell guys, like, you being a man, you have to be able to sort of orchestrate the situation for her to have to, in some way, like curb her behavior to accommodate to you. You see what I'm saying? Because if you leave it very open, or you leave it where it's like, oh yeah, like you just give her too many chances, or you're too available. Like you were saying, you would call her up and y'all would have like an hour-long conversation. Everything seems all cool and all that. Y'all talking this and this and that. And the thing is that by doing that, by giving her all that attention, right? For her, the attention is almost, I would say, the equivalent of you,
like an orgasm.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of shit. Like that attention you're giving her is so fulfilling to her. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, because she's getting her fulfillment. I just ain't got mine.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Because a woman, her ego, like when you fill that ego up and she's feeling all good that this guy's giving me all this attention, and on top of that, if you're a charismatic guy, if you're an interesting dude, what happens is that she's able to take all that in from when you're interacting with her. You see what I'm saying? And but then what's gonna happen is that while you're doing that, there's another guy who's hitting her up. And he's like, yo, let's get together tomorrow, whatever. And then she's like, okay, and she ends up fucking with him because she got all the attention she needed from you. So she got that emotional shit popping. Now she could go and fuck this guy. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is,
yeah,
you see what I mean? So the thing is,
yeah,
you can't be giving
like,
too much.
I seen what you were talking about on that too, and I was like, man, I was just like, man, I was saying, damn, man, I'm gonna have to re-strategize because, like, I ain't got like a Google number now, right? Like, because what I do, I ain't gonna lie, like, women categorize us when they first meet us.
Right.
I kind of categorize them too when I first meet them. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them dudes that, let's say, I already know if I just want to hit it or whatever the case may be. So I may give you the phone number and the name I give you, depending on what I probably thought about you or whatever it is. So what I know most guys probably like, man, what did you talk about? Right. Like, let's say this Google number I got right now, man. I give chicks, like, I've been giving them like different names to or whatever, and it's like crazy. I don't know what it is. Like, people been trying to figure it out with me for the longest, but like, I cannot know a chick. I don't know what it is, but I can kind of like feel her vibe sometimes. Like, someone tell me like, man, she seemed like she come from this environment. She gonna be on some bullshit. Or she seemed like she gonna be on this. But then there's those times where it's very tricky when a woman's very feminine, very talkative, and you kind of don't know. Then there's been times where I thought a chick was gonna be on some bullshit, and she the one end up giving me some. So I like you said, man. I like what you put into play. You were saying, like, instead of getting on the phone talking for hours, man, because I actually had a dude long time ago. I used to work, and I was like mad younger, and dude was like, man, just why you want to sit on the phone and talk to them? Just tell them to come to the crib.
Right.
And I thought he was out of his mind. I think I was like 18 or 19 at the time. I thought the dude was out of his mind. I said, this dude don't know what he's talking about. She didn't even come to my crib. She didn't even have a conversation with me yet over the phone.
Right.
But as I started experiencing things, as I got older and as I got out here and dealt with them, and I see, you know what I'm saying, like, how women are versus what they say.
Right.
Good job.
Oh, you're breaking up. Can
you hear me now?
Okay, you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said I was going back and forth with a dude on my job, and I would tell him, I said, listen, man, women are different in comparison to what they say versus what they actually do. I said, you gotta watch what they actually do versus what they say, because what they say is two different things, and sometimes women are emotional creatures. Right. They don't know what they want anyway until it's placed before them. So I said, in these cases, so let me ask you this, right? So would you say, because somebody may think that as a slight sign of interest, but maybe she changed her mind or whatever it is. So
if I gave her my number and I'm trying to walk away, I'm not one of them guys saying, "Are you going to call me now? Make sure you do it right now."
Right.
I'm talking and I'm leaving you alone. Could you say at that moment she was interested, or she was just being an attention whore altogether? Because she the one chose to text and dial. What would you say? Like, obviously she's not fully interested. Would you say at that moment?
Right. Well, the thing is, it's a lot of different things. One, she could be interested in at that moment, right? And so she could be interested in that moment, and then later on, her mind changes where she's like, "Oh, he seems okay, but I'm not." She's not really like interested anymore. Or what happens is that she's interested in the moment. She's still interested, but what happens is that, again, like I said, she's still dealing with 2 or 3 other dudes. You feel what I'm saying? So then that guy sort of gets caught up in the mix. You feel what I mean? And so this is, and by getting caught up in the mix, to the guy, his perception is, oh, well, I guess she's not into me, or I guess she's playing games. And the thing is, women are not that good at, juggling dudes. You feel what I'm saying? Because for a woman, because they don't do, like for us, this is how we do it. For us, we see, let's say we talking to 3 or 4 girls, we try to find a way to see all 3 or 4 of those girls. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna smash all of them. We're gonna make a good use out of everybody.
Right, we're gonna try to smash everybody. What women do is if they have 3 or 4 guys they talking to, right? What they're trying to do is that they're trying to get the best out of the 3 or 4 guys, and then they make the decision to fuck with the best guy out of the 3 or 4 guys. Now, that doesn't mean that they dismiss the other, 3. If they say they chose the 4th guy, doesn't mean that she dismisses the other 3. The other 3 are on standby. Do you see what I'm saying? And so this is why she'll text you back here or there, but then when you say, "Hey, let's get together Friday," she's like, she either doesn't respond to you, or she gives you sort of this like vague answer because she doesn't know if she could see you on Friday because she's trying to see the top guy on Friday. You see what I'm saying? Because the top guy, right.
That's what I've been. So I really pretty much been meeting some slick little whores sometimes.
Right.
When you really break it down and think about it, like, okay, because I was looking at like somebody told me, said if they straight up wasn't interested and you gave them your number, you walked away, they never would have texted you a call. Because I was trying to figure out, like, what are they trying to do? Trying to see how many times I hit them up. What's the point in that?
Right,
like, you ain't interested. Ain't like I got your number.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So so now that you broke it down, like, so really they just slick. Those chicks were just slick on some horse shit. Because I was just like, it's really no reason for you to receive. For me to give you my number. And I'm walking away from you, and you text me your number, and you know good and well you're not interested. You already away from me. You ain't got to see me no more.
Right.
So for you to do that freely on your own, for you to call my phone and put it in my phone, or you to text it, you must want me to reach out to you. For what reason, I don't know, but you want me.
Right.
You want my attention in some type of way. So now that I figured out what you just told me, that they just count on some horse stuff, I'm definitely really just kind of coming down.
And that's the thing is that.
Up.
And the thing too is that sometimes this is why guys get flaked on, because let's say if you set a date with her for Friday, right? And let's say you got your guy number 3, but she likes guy number 4 more than she likes you. You feel what I'm saying? So you all set for Friday, but then guess what? Guy number 4 calls and says, "Hey, let's get together Friday." So instead of her saying, "Hey, I got plans on Friday," to the other guy and try to set a date with the other guy for another day, she's gonna kick you to the curb and see the dude on Friday. You see what I'm saying? That's how women generally do it, because they're in a consistent course of trying to get the guy that they think is the best. So every other dude is expendable as far as her trying to get that guy. Now that happens with you too, where you're dealing with a girl and you're the top guy. So there's guys that she flaked on in order to get with you. So you probably hit up a chick and say, "Hey, let's get together Friday." She already had plans Friday, and she said, "Hell yeah, let's get together Friday." So after you hung up with her on the phone or y'all stopped texting, she hit up the guy who she was supposed to see on Friday and canceled on him. You see what I'm saying? And that's what they do. You see what I mean? So,
yeah.
That's how it goes.
You know what? Yeah, that's true, because, matter of fact, you made me just think about something else.
Right.
I was in a hotel with this chick, man. And I was laying up with her, and this simp dude just like kept calling her phone, and like he said, he kept ringing it. And so she was like, I got this real quick. And I wasn't studying. I don't care if she was just something to do. But she picked up, and like I just watched how she handled it. She was just like, yo, we trying to get some sleep in here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You keep calling the phone. I was like, dang, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how she just, like they just let me know, you know what I'm saying, just kind of how they are. And a lot of women just kind of out here, they can get down in a certain way.
Right.
So would you say like tomorrow on my journey as far as like going out, right? And let's say like even the ones, because I know women, I know that they'll do this too. I picked this up about them. Like, I'm trying to leave them my number and get away, and then some of them still be like, well, hey, this going on my phone, and you know, go ahead and take mine. What I thought about doing, I don't even want to take theirs no more. I'm gonna lie to their ass in reverse and just be like, well, I can't put that in my phone even. We just gonna have to call it a day. 'Cause the way I'm looking at it now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, look, take mine, take this Google number, this name I'm giving you. And, you know, I'm gonna just fall back and, you know, let everybody call later on, whoever's gonna call, and we'll set up something. But I'm just like, dang, man, I gotta really get in the transition.
Right, and you know what it is too. I would say, like, I like what you're doing as far as you giving the girls your number, you telling them to hit you up, whatever, they hitting you up and all that. All you would need to do at this point, for, you know, just in general, this goes for all the guys out here watching, is that you want to make sure that when you're interacting with these women, you want to make sure that you're always in a constant state of sort of disqualifying yourself as an option. So what that means is that what you would do is, like I said, let's say you're trying to set up a date with the chick, and you're saying, hey, let's get together Friday, and she's like, oh, well, you know, I'm not really sure, blah, 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 whatever. And you say, okay, well, you know what, yeah, you know, hit me back by this time at this day to let me know about Friday. You understand? And so let's say if she does hit you back, you understand, you try to set up something or whatever, and let's say she sort of like flakes or something, and she says, oh, I can't make it, blah, blah, blah. You'd be like, all right, cool, well, just holler at me, you know, whenever. You understand? And then let's say, you know, she does holler at you. You feel what I'm saying? Then you try to set something up. Let's say if she doesn't holler at you, what you do is you fall all the way back. Like, you just don't even hit her up. And so what happens is that by falling back after she's sort of like been giving you the runaround, what it does is that it starts to disqualify you as a guy that she can get with, which will make her actually want to jump on it if she's interested. Because what happens is that as long as you're trying to get back at her after she's like maybe flaked on you once or twice, and you understand, all that's saying to her is, well, he's still in the running, he's still around, he's still someone I could probably call on for attention or whatever, or have sex with or whatever later on if I want it to have happen. Now, if she realizes you're not hitting her back and she's not, you know, you're not calling her back, and she's into you, she has to call you. You see what I'm saying? And so the only reason that makes her feel like she has to call you is because you're not calling her. You're not being available. But if you're being available, then she doesn't feel the need to have to call you. And then she can continue seeing other dudes and fucking with other guys while keeping you on the back burner here and there, because you're basically doing the work for her. You're saying, hey, I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. So she can continue to sort of, you know, just treat you as the guy on the side. You feel what I'm saying? That's not that I don't really need to pay too much attention to. I don't got to worry about. But for her ego, you're still there, and just in case, you're the dick in the glass. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that the glass is empty. So then once the glass is empty, she starts panicking and say, oh shit, I got to see what's up with this guy because he hasn't been hitting me up. And usually she will hit you back up if she actually wants you. If she's actually feeling you that much to the point where she wants to sort of keep you in that, you know, thing. You see what I mean? But on your part, you have to first start out where you're letting her know, hey, you know, I'm not the type of guy you're just going to be like, you know, kicking around like, look, I got shit to do. Either we doing this or not. And if we're not doing it, we got to try to do it again. And if we're not doing it this time, I'm falling back and I'm not calling you anymore. You feel what I'm saying? And then so once that happens, she's going to have to do her part to actually hit you back up. And that only happens when she has that, you know, sort of interest in you. So a lot of times it's really about her having the interest and at the same time you being unavailable. You see what I'm saying? Because now she's like, shit, like this dude who I actually like might not be there for me if this top guy falls through. You understand? Because remember, it's all about the top guy. So you could be the second guy and you could be in second place. So she doesn't want the second place to bounce. She doesn't want the second place to be gone, because if the first place doesn't work out, who's she gonna fall back on? You see what I'm saying? And so this is why you have to fall back, so that it gives her that panic of, oh shit, I gotta hit this guy back up. But if you are there all the time, if you're texting her all the time, if you're saying, hey, it's okay, I know you flaked on me 4 times, but let's get together. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that. You have to fall back and you have to get out the picture to give her that room to call you back. You see what I mean?
Yeah, and some people was looking at it, because I would tell a lot of guys too, and certain people like me. Some people said they'll give a chick by like a second or third time calling. Me, I don't know. With me, I delete you like after the first time. If I call your phone the first time, I make sure I let it ring straight through. And after I let it ring straight through, because I know everybody got call ID. If I called you, I'm probably going to delete your number if I called you once. And depending on how I'm feeling, I may, after that first call, I may follow with a text and say, hey, this is such and such. Give me a call, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. I know definitely after that text, that's it.
Right.
One call, one text, that's it. Or one call, that's it. Or one text message.
Right.
That's it. Like, I really don't really give them too much of anything else as far as, like, past that. Right. And so, like, would you say that there's something wrong with me, like, as far as, like, meeting them? And I would definitely, like I said, when I got to the point to really just weed out everything, because I know what I want with them, and I'm kind of honest. Like, is there something wrong with me in the midst of me just meeting them, saying, hey, look, are you open to the idea of friendly companionship or a romantic friendship or something like that? Like, just to get it all out of the way, because if I know I'm not trying to date them, if I know I'm not trying to play no games back and forth, and I know what I want, and I know they know what they want and what they don't want, would you say there's something wrong with me early on, saying and stuff, to just kind of get them out the way and see who's going to stand and who's going to fall?
Say, if you're saying, but what are you saying to them exactly? Like, you're saying...
like, let's say I meet her, right? Let's say I approach her, and me and her having a dialogue, and we exchange information. I may mess around in the midst of me getting ready to give her my number, since she's sitting there pretending like she's down or whatever the case may be. I may mess around and ask her, like, hey, what are you looking for? And the only reason I ask them that, I want to hear her response, because if she say something like friendship, I'm like, great. Let me tell you the only kind of friendship I'm by for you. So I'm basically going to tell her that, hey, I'm cool with being a friend, but my friendship comes with companionship, with no strings attached. Are you interested or not? Right. And that's why I will pretty much say to them. So I'm asking you, like, do you think that's too much? Because I'm honest, like, things to them, and some agree, some don't, and some be like, man, you saying that and you don't know me? Like, how do you feel about that?
Right. Well, what I would say in that regard is, I wouldn't say you necessarily should tell them or even ask them what they want. You understand what I'm saying? I would say more so, if you're going to say anything to them, tell them what you trying to do with them. You feel what I'm saying? And then tell them, hey, this is what I want to do with you. Blah, 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 blah. Here's my number. Holla at me if you down. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? Because the thing is, the problem with asking women what they want and what they're trying to do and what they feeling and all this other stuff is, one, usually they don't know what the fuck they want. You understand? And even when they think they know, they don't really know, because they don't necessarily follow through with what they want, because they're always in constant, flow of trying to figure shit out. You see what I'm saying? So it's not even necessarily, so if you're going to say anything to them, you feel what I mean? It's more so it should be where you're saying, hey, this is what I want to do. You understand? And if you cool with that, let's make it happen. Hit me up. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, like, I'm in an open relationship. So when I talk to women, I say, listen, I got a wife, so, but I'm digging you. So listen, here's my number. Hit me up if you down. You see what I mean? Like, I'm not even worried about what, if she's in, because she'll let me know. Because sometimes girls will be like, oh, I don't know, I'm not really into that, blah, 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 blah. So now she's letting me know what she wants or she's into or whatever. And sometimes I can still counter that and say something else or whatever, or sometimes I'll just let it be. But the thing is, I'm letting her know what I want to do, what to go down. So therefore she can make a decision based off of what I'm trying to do. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's not necessarily where it's a compromise of I'm trying to figure out what you want or asking you what you want so that I can see if we can come to something. No, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm doing. You see what I mean? And then so are you down with doing what I want to do? You see what I mean? Because she's supposed to be following me anyway. You feel what I'm saying? She's supposed to be following what I'm trying to do. So yeah, so if you say anything to her, it's anything to the chicks, be like, hey, look, this is what I'm trying to do. If you down, hit me up at this time, this, you know, and give me a call, whatever. We'll make something happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. So that'll be an even greater way to kind of just like weed them out the way, or whatever the case may be, especially the ones that's probably gonna be on some BS. Because one thing I think that a lot of them will probably pick up, and I've had some get on the phone with this too. Like, I can tell they deal with a lot of guys that let them just BS around with the time and play games with them and go out to dinner and all that type of crap.
Right.
So it's like when they've gotten on the phone with me, the few times that some of them have made it on the phone, I have cut like straight to the chase on them, man. And I've just been like, I probably did ask them, like, hey, what are you looking for? So, you know, of course, like you said, they all over the place. But to me, I think some of them, sometimes they know what they want to do and what they don't want to do. They just don't expect most guys to just be up front and just be like, hey, what are you here for? What are we getting to?
Right.
So when they run across me and I get them on the phone, I'm like, hey, what are we doing? What are we here for? What are we getting to? Okay, you don't know what you're doing, well, let me tell you what comes with me, and let me let you decide if you want to deal with it or not.
Right.
And if this is something that's not for you, then I respect it, and I'll fall back and let you find what you're looking for.
Right.
And I think a lot of them was thrown out by, some of them went for it and we went straight through it. And to be honest with you, a lot of them like dropped off the list, and I was looking at it like, dang, man, y'all was really going to waste my time if I would have let y'all, like, y'all
and that's the thing, that's the thing. A lot of them were going to waste your time, because now, see, you got to understand something. The fact that you're able to say that to them and talk to them that way, it shows them that you're not the type. You're the type of guy who they can't bullshit with. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is what I try to teach guys. Is this is why you got to be on top of your shit when you're dealing with these girls. Is that when you let them know what it is, then it leaves no room for them to be able to bullshit you. Because see, a lot of guys, when they approach girls and they interact with women, what they're doing is that they come at the interaction on some sort of like vague, sort of tiptoeing around the situation, sort of type of vibe with the girl. So therefore, when you do that, it leaves the door open for them to sort of play games, use you for attention, sort of put you on that back burner, put you in the category or the box of all the other guys they juggling around. So now, if you coming at them just like how you coming at them, right? Then it's like, oh shit, it's almost like it's a yes or no thing. You see what I'm saying? You gotta shit or get off the pot. There's no in between. There's no gray area. It's black or white. You feel what I'm saying? And so since it's black or white, she feels like, damn, well, since it is black and white, and I probably wanted to like sort of have that leeway to play games, since I can't, I'm going to not deal with this guy. You see what I'm saying? Which is good for you, because now you ain't got to deal with the chick who's on some BS. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's all it was going to be anyway.
He probably was like, man, I was going to try to get him up out like a couple dinners. And,
right, exactly.
Then later on tell him I ain't really feeling we going to be friends.
Right.
But, man, he ain't with all that. He just, and a lot of them probably be like, I had some women even tell me like, man, like, where did you come from? Like, I've never met a guy that approached the situation the way that you approach the situation. And it's just something as simple as me being honest with a lot of them.
Right.
Because
exactly.
like I said, like, I'm honest, and I was having a conversation with a female at my job, and it's funny because I've learned, because I sit around and I listen to my female coworkers, I'm like, damn, man, a lot of these females, man, they some trifling creatures, man, because I sit around and listen to some of the things that they say about these guys and how they deal with these guys, and like, I'm not trying to sleep with them, so they feel comfortable to just have cordial conversations with me. So what I do, I engage them with it, but I sit back and take notes, and I'm like, damn, this is an attractive female, so you pretty much letting me know what goes on in a lot of y'all's minds when y'all are doing certain things.
Right.
So back to that thing when you were talking about the attention whore thing, man, it's a chick at my job, and a dude came and asked me some advice about her, and I gave him the spiel, but he thought he was, going to be a little different, and one day he brought her some flowers, and she agreed to hang out with him, but she had been told me she would never do nothing with the dude.
Right.
And now the dude is looking stupid, like she never done nothing with him.
Right.
She slept with another guy who's done literally nothing for, or way less.
Exactly.
Stuff like that, man. So when I sit and I listen to this and I compare notes with everything you're talking about, I'm like, dang, man, this is right. I feel like even though I ain't gonna act like my game is on point like that, because I still need to learn a lot from you and Dean and everybody. But I feel like in comparison to a lot of guys that's walking around, I got a little bit more knowledge than what they got, man.
Right,
they still, it's like they stuck back in like 1970 or 1960. Like they think that the stuff that people did back in the 70s to get women is stuff that you have to do in 2017.
Right.
And I'm living proof that you don't. I've slept with plenty of women without taking them on dates or without buying them nothing. I've messed with women that had boyfriends and so on and so forth. Man, it's just like I don't know what it is with me. Like when I go through a drought, I go through like a major drought, and then when my season pick up. Like, do you think, like, so in that case, would you say it's more of me or more of them or probably both? Because it's kind of weird for me. I have a season,
that happens for a lot of dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? That happens with a lot of dudes where it's just something that's part of the game where you're gonna have the dry spells and you're gonna have the ones where you're gonna have the times where shit's just flowing. You feel what I'm saying? And so, it's just part of the game. It ain't really like anything that's too unique to any one particular person. It's sort of like something that happens just all around. You know what I mean? So it ain't anything that's like a thing. The only thing that can impact it is if you're purposely not doing anything. So if you were purposely not going out, not talking to anybody, of course you're gonna have more of a dry spell because you ain't really doing nothing. But if you've been consistently just doing your thing or whatever, there's gonna be times where shit's flowing. There's gonna be times when shit slow up. You feel what I mean? And it's just part of the game. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But listen. I'm gonna have to take a few more calls before I get out of here because I got maybe 10, 15 minutes left before I'm off. About to get out of here. But I appreciate the call, man. You was dropping some good game on here, man. You feel me?
Man. I appreciate it, man. I'm going to keep learning from you, man. I learned some of it from you, too, man. Appreciate it, man.
Definitely, man. All right, I'm holler at you.
All
right, peace. Yeah, that's some good shit right there. All right, I'm going to take a few more calls, people, and then got to head up out of here. What's poppin'? Who's this?
Yo, Mr. Locario.
What's going on?
Yo, it's, Lay.
What up? Wait, hold on.
Yo. Alright.
Hold on, one second. I got like a million people calling up. What's going on? What's popping with you?
Yo, so I've been working on myself, but I got a question on females. Like before, I didn't know much about the game. I always had this mindset, like the loser mentality. That was my mindset. Like women weren't attracted to me, but I was a charismatic guy, and so. I didn't know this, but you brought it up. So why are women so passive aggressive? Like, because I'm trying to understand that.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing is, women are passive aggressive. It's just their nature. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's how they communicate. I think you got your computer on. You got to turn the volume down on your computer because I'm hearing the feedback.
You hearing the feedback?
Yeah, I'm hearing some feedback on the joint.
You good now?
Yeah, I still hear it. I can still hear the feedback. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that you need to make sure that you understand that women are just passive aggressive. Like that's just how they interact. That's just how they come across because women sort of have to come at it that way. Because in order for them to get what they want, they're not gonna just be forward a lot of time. They're not gonna be bold. You understand what I'm saying? It's just how they get things done. Because even when you look at it from like when a woman is dealing with a guy, a man he's physically stronger than a woman. You understand? He has other attributes that are opposite from the woman. So since a man is very more aggressive and forward. Since the woman is the opposite of the man, she's going to be more passive or passive aggressive. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
that's more sense.
That's what it is,
man. Because I remember, like, the other day, I was playing basketball. This is before I didn't know nothing about the game. I was busy playing basketball. So
right.
My neighbor, the girl, and she's really cute, So I was like, you know what? Because I'm a charismatic guy, so I was like, you pretty. And she was like, oh, my God, you really, like, thank you and stuff. So the other day when I was playing basketball, I saw her walk by again, and normally it doesn't happen. So she came nearby me, and she said something. She said something that had nothing to do with what I said yesterday. But I could tell that she was just trying to get me like she was like interested. She was like, do you really like basketball that much? And I was like, yeah, I like basketball that much. And I kept it moving, but I could see like she walked away kind of sad. And so, when I started learning more about the game, I realized that she was just basically putting me on her, like she was basically saying like, here I am, like take me out, ask me out, stuff like that. And I was like, why, why can't y'all like just be open,
just say it, right?
Direct with it?
But that's what I'm saying, and this is exactly why dudes got to learn the game, because it's almost like you're trying to what it is this, and this is why you got to understand how valuable you are as a man.
Yeah.
What you're doing is that you're getting this woman into a situation that she can't get herself into. You understand? So meaning your game is the thing that makes the relationship happen and makes the relationship work. Because no relation, and I'm not gonna say no, but 90-some% of it, because you always have exceptions, but 90-some% of relationships happen because the guy goes and approaches and makes it happen. You feel what I'm saying? So if you ask almost any woman who's in a relationship with a man right now, she's gonna say, "Oh, I met him at this thing. He came over and said something." Like, so the reason she's even in a relationship is because of him. You see what I'm saying? And so this is what I try to tell dudes, that you got to understand the value. You feel what I mean?
Yeah, because, like, guys really got to learn these signs. Like, I've really been working on myself trying to figure out, like, the signs women throw at you. But because they're very subtle and they're indirect. But, my mindset now is, like, every woman is attracted to me unless otherwise said if I approach you.
Right. Unless
you say no, then, but my mindset is basically, every woman is attracted to me. But basically, I'm just trying to figure out the signs and stuff. But that oh my goodness, my next question would be basically like, I've heard you say this a lot. Like there were times when your wife would be like, she would be emotional, and it's like it's like crazy, but you. And so, can you please like tell me like times like be that more clear, like the time she really tested you, and what you did and how she appreciated you after that?
Right. Well, the thing is, you gotta understand, when women get real emotional and shit, right?
Yeah, they do.
They're expecting you as the man to again be that opposite. You feel what I'm saying? So, us as men, we have emotions, we feel, we do all this other stuff. But the thing is, the difference with us is that we're built to be a little bit more practical and logical, even though we're feeling the emotion. For a lot of women, their emotion takes over so heavy that they're guided and moved by their emotion. The guy, he's supposed to be able to, he understands he has the emotion, he feels the emotion, but he doesn't, he's not dictated by it. So the thing is that when you're that rock, right, and a woman sees that makes her even more attracted to you. That makes her want to be with you, gravitate to you more, and get emotionally attached to you, because now you're basically the stability in her crazy life. You feel what I'm saying? In her crazy world or whatever. So that's how it is. You know what I mean? And so women appreciate that when they find a guy who understands that. You see what I'm saying?
Man, bro. So because I was listening to the last caller, and he really made some good points, and he said that women are emotional beings, and I kind of thought about that, because one time women are like this, the other time they're like this. Like, I can't hold a woman to her word, and there's a reason why there's a saying like, "Are you a man of your word?" Like, be the man of your word. Like, stand by what you say. Women, I've never heard saying like women stand by your word. Because women, because I have sisters and I have a mom. One time they're saying this, and another time they're saying this. Like my mom could be like, this is what we're gonna do in the morning. In the evening, like she's like, I don't feel like it. Don't talk to me. That like women are just. It's crazy because they're feeling this now, and then they're feeling that. Then but as a man, you're supposed to be that mountain. You're supposed to be, as I said before, like women are like the weather. So but can you be like more specific on times your woman tested you, and you could feel it, but you had to like remain firm as a man?
Right. Well, that's just all about understanding who you're dealing with. You see what I mean? Like, if you understand you're dealing with, you're dealing with a woman, you're dealing with a female, so she's going to act and be a certain way. You understand? Just off the strength that she's a woman, right? So the thing is that once you understand that, then that understanding is the thing that should give you the knowledge as to why you don't necessarily need to take it personally, or you don't need to really be like, real like crazy about it or upset about it, because you know what you're dealing with. It's almost like I said, like if you saw like a horse, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like shitting or eating hay or whatever the fuck horses do, and right in front of you, like a horse shitted right in front of you. You're not gonna be like, oh my god, what the hell? Like, well, horses shit. That's what they do. That's what they're gonna do. He's just shitting, or he's just eating his hay. He's eating his food, whatever the fuck he does, because that's a horse. So, whatever you understand about this person or that person or this thing or that thing, the understanding is the thing that makes you not really get so pissed off about it. It's almost like this. It's like, let's say if you had a kid who came into your house and he started knocking like some furniture over or whatever. The kid's like 5 years old, 6 years old, right? So you probably be like, you probably get mad, like, yo, why this kid doing this? What's wrong with your son or whatever? Why he, but then the parent says, oh, I'm so sorry. He has like some mental issue where he gets like crazy and he throws stuff around or whatever. So now that knowledge of knowing that kid is that way, right? It lessens your anger because you understand why he's doing it. You understand what's the point in the context. You see what I'm saying? So you're not as mad because it's not like, oh, he's just doing it because he wants to be fucking crazy or whatever. There's a reason why it's happening. And so the reason is the thing that gives you the perspective, and that perspective, it subsides your anger. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
So
I'm about to go, but before I go, I just want to tell the guys, because I keep hearing about the whole mindset. You know, they keep asking questions about the mindset and how, and you always say it. You said over time. You always use that word, like over time. You start thinking like this. So because I'm practicing it. So basically, my advice to all the men is I got to where I am today, my mindset, because of I consistently tell myself I'm the, I am who I am. I'm the shit. This is me. So like it's a consistent thing I tell myself every day, because if you notice, if you notice about the beta mindset, they're always consistently telling themselves they are losers, and that's why they feel like losers, and that's why they act like losers, and that's why their body exudes, loser, type of traits. So that's why I'm saying, that's why they're always looking down, they're always sort of closed. So that's what I said, like, be consistent. Always tell yourself, look yourself in the mirror, always tell yourself, this is who I am, find out great things about yourself, and just keep telling yourself that, keep telling yourself that, and you notice over time you start believing in it. So that's basically what I do. It helps. So that's basically it.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. You always dropping that good game, man. I appreciate that, man. All right?
Appreciate it, Mr. Locario.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
All right, man.
All right, later. Yeah, man. All right, people, listen. It is about that time. It is late. It is 1:45. So, man, y'all just keep calling in like a motherfucker. All right, this is the last call I'm taking, and then we're gonna have to go. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Oh, How's it going, Mr. Locario?
What's poppin'? What's going on? Yo. Hello, hello. Alright, this nigga. He is not, I can't even hear him. Yo, what up? We got Miles in the building. Miles, what's going on, yo?
What's up, man?
I'm trying to end this goddamn show.
Nah, son, you can't end the show, son.
Oh shit.
Nah, I'm just calling to say what up to all the peeps.
Right.
Calling to say what's up to all the bad boy members.
Exactly.
Now I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, all the people who's taking advantage of the 30-minute game joint.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and we just
I just wanted to shout those people
and
out.
we
Those
just
are the
got
people that huh?
Now I was gonna say we just got another person who subscribed to the Patreon. So you guys got to make sure you jump on that, because I was telling them that the Bad Boy Show is not going to be on YouTube anymore. So you know what I'm saying. So
right.
So they got to jump on that Patreon heavy. You feel me?
Shit, man. Now the thing is, I just wanted to shout those people out because you know what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you got love for everybody, but the people who supporting this shit, those are the ones that's keeping it going. You feel me?
Exactly, and that's
so,
what we're talking about.
Special shout out to those dudes that's really fucking with it. Subscribing to the Patreon, getting on the Bad Boy membership. Donating for questions and all that stuff. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all helping us actually keep it going, man. Because the game, we told y'all before, the game is sold and not told. You feel me? So,
exactly.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to get on and say that, man. But I mean, you look at this shit, son. Niggas up at 1 a.m. giving niggas game on a fucking on a Wednesday night / Thursday morning. You feel me?
Right. Exactly. Real talk.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real shit right now, man. It's real shit, man. I hope y'all niggas really appreciate what's popping off right now, man. It ain't no fucking game, man.
Real shit, man. Real shit. Because we gonna be bringing that fire. That fucking fire to y'all every week. So it's gonna be crazy. So y'all definitely need to get on the Patreon, because y'all do not want to miss an episode of the Bad Boy Show. And plus, we're gonna be putting other exclusive stuff on there. You feel what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a lot of exclusive stuff, because we gonna start getting some more ladies on camera for y'all, because y'all stay wanting us to be doing those pickup artist videos, but we gonna flip it a different way. You feel what I'm saying? So we gonna bring some ladies to y'all, and we gonna make it happen. But yeah, definitely get on the Patreon. Definitely, guys, make sure you join the Bad Boy membership, because everything that we're doing, we can't do this shit without you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is why we're up here making it happen, because you guys are supporting. You feel what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to all the people who's supporting and making this shit go down. You feel me? But yeah, man. So we're gonna make that happen. But Miles, I'm gonna hit you up right after I get off of here too. So don't go to sleep or nothing. You feel me? All right, yo.
All right, man. Yo, peace, man.
All right, I'll let you in a second. All right, people, listen, I'm about to head up out of here. I want to thank all y'all for hanging out. And again, we're going to do the live join on Friday. Again, so if you guys didn't get a chance to call in, I know those people still calling in. If you didn't get a chance, call in Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. And then what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do more live joints during the week. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna probably try to do another one, maybe Wednesdays or Thursdays. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm gonna try to get at least 2 a week, and we can make that shit happen. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. Who we had up in here? We had McCain, Eat My Booty, Pause, Joshua Lane, Dre the Great. Dude What 212, Explode was in the building, Your Small Time was in the building, LW Television. Yeah, dudes is calling up heavy. I'm telling you, we got to do this again on Friday. On Friday, I got to call back. Who else we had in? Von Wickles, Raul B. Who else we had up in here? Ashawn Tep. Had a lot of motherfuckers up in here. Aaron Saunders. Vershawn Hawkins, what up, dude? Dwayne Thomas, Man, we had a lot of people, man. People still calling in. But listen, guys, I gotta go. But remember, click the link below to get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook or the hard copy. Also, make sure you click the link under that too to get the 30-minute game sessions. So if you guys want one-on-one, coaching with me, make sure you hit that up. Click the link below. It's going to be under this video so you can get the 30-minute game sessions, and you get to keep the recording. So we record it, and you're going to be able to keep the recording for yourself so you can listen to it back. And so you have your own copy of the recording between me and you, and it's going to be private stuff. Talk about whatever you need to talk about about dating and relationships, and we'll get that popping. And again, lastly, make sure you guys hit up the Patreon. All right, we got to get as many people on that Patreon as possible, and we're going to be doing the Bad Boy Show on the Patreon, and it's going to be a lot of surprises on the Patreon also. So make sure you click the link below to get the Patreon, or go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario, and we are going to make that happen. All right, so that's pretty much it. Listen, I'm out of here, guys, and remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.